I'm Evelyn Brown, a cattlewoman from Coleman, Alabama. I'll be demonstrating today a recipe called Flash in the Pan Stir Fry, a National Beef Cook-Off recipe. You can find this recipe on beefcookoff.org, and this video is funded by the Beef Checkoff program. Okay, I'm going to be adding 1 cup of brown rice to 2 cups of water and 2 tablespoons of butter. And this is a great accompaniment for this stir fry that we're having today. And we'll let that come to a boil. And then we'll reduce the heat on that and let it simmer. The sauce for this recipe today includes 3 ingredients. We have a 1/4 cup of orange marmalade, and we have 4 teaspoons of the Asian garlic chili sauce. And you can find this in your Asian supermarket aisle at your grocery store, and this is what the product looks like. We're also going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and you just mix this together, and we'll set this aside for our flash in the pan stir fry. Beef Top Sirloin is the cut we're using to prepare this recipe. And Beef Top Sirloin is one of the 29 lean cuts. It's one of America's favorite cuts of beef with only 4.9 total grams of fat per 3-ounce serving. You want to avoid cross-contamination and prevent foodborne illnesses by washing your hands well in hot soapy water before and after handling raw meat and other fresh foods. It's also important to always cut beef across the grain. Always begin by cutting the top sirloin steak in half lengthwise. Then I'm slicing each half across the grain into 1/4 inch thick strips. The beef strips should all be the same size so it cooks consistently. You can partially freeze steaks for about 30 minutes for easier slicing. Remember to keep raw meats and juices away from other foods, both in the refrigerator and during preparation. And make sure you wash all your utensils, cutting surfaces, countertops with hot soapy water after the contact with raw meat. You keep your carving board separate from other food preparation areas. I'm using a fresh, clean cutting board and a fresh knife to cut our vegetables today. We'll be using 2 medium bell peppers, and you can use red or yellow, whichever you have. They both look beautiful in a dish. And also a whole medium onion, which we will slice, and 1/2 pound of asparagus. I'm cutting the yellow pepper in 1/4 inch strips. Also, today we're using a medium onion, and you just slice a thin slice off the bottom of the onion, and this will help make it stay in place on the cutting board. And then the fresh asparagus strips for the recipe are 1.5 inches long. The best method to cook a beef stir fry is to begin by cooking the beef first and setting that aside while you're cooking the vegetables, and then adding the cooked beef and the sauce mixture to the cooked vegetables, and to continue to cook for a few minutes or until heated through. You don't need a lot of oil to cook your beef if you have a large nonstick skillet. And I'm using 2 teaspoons of oil to stir fry 1 pound of beef strips. I'm cooking the beef for this recipe in 2 batches. The temperature of the pan has to be set to medium-high. And make sure you arrange the beef in a single layer in the pan. And properly cooked stir-fry beef should have a brown color. If the beef is overcrowded in the pan, it will steam and turn a gray color. So stir-fry the beef for 1 to 2 minutes. Now I'm adding 2 teaspoons of oil to the skillet and stir-frying the pepper strips and the sliced onion for 2 to 3 minutes, just so they have a little bit of brown texture to them, but not too done, just a little bit of crisp to them. The asparagus pieces are added next, and I'll stir-fry this for 1 minute. The last step is to add the beef and the sauce mixture, and I'll stir-fry this for 2 minutes or until heated through. Here is the finished dish, Flash in the Pan Stir-Fry Beef. This dish serves up 4 servings, and it's prepared in about 35 minutes. It's quick and easy for your family, and it's nutritious and delicious. Don't forget to log on to our website, which is beefcookoff.org, where there's more delicious recipes to be found from the National Beef Cook-Off. Thank you.